While we wish it weren't true, we must stress that you, as the athlete, must stay current with all that's happening in college athletics. Please research and review all you can regarding recruitment in your sport. Also, read all scholarship offers and agreements well. You must stay current on what is happening in the recruiting world as it is changing quickly. Make sure that you are working with your high school coaches and an athletic director, pay attention to the NCAA website, and ask for complete and honest information from their coaches recruiting you. But remember, you must be willing to ask questions, understand all the rules, and understand the agreements you enter into. The recruiting process is not always fair. Hi, I'm Jaryd Duplechin, and this is Let the Athlete Beware. Anytime money or the potential for fame is involved, being a cautious, educated participant is very important, even if that money comes in the form of the opportunity for further education. Be careful, be vigilant, be willing to verify any offers and opportunities you pursue. Let's start by recognizing that in 2024, there are changes that have and will continue to impact college athletics. For example, the National Collegiate Athletic Association awarded athletes whose competitive seasons were interrupted by COVID-19 the opportunity to extend their competitive careers to compensate for that loss. However, the number of scholarships that can be awarded in each sport did not change until recently. The funding that college athletic departments have available still drives the awarding of scholarships. Second, the NCAA has created and normalized a process to allow student athletes to leave their current college and look for a new athletic and academic opportunity through the transfer portal. These changes have led to a greater number of athletes looking for a new school and allows coaching staffs to access athletes who have already had college experience. With a challenging personal schedule, understanding the depth of commitment necessary to be successful, and to students who have already proven their abilities in the classroom. Thus, transfer students may be seen as more valuable to college coaches than high school students do. Third, NCAA has recently expanded the number of scholarship positions for each sport. In some cases, the numbers have more than tripled, except the NCAA is leaving it up to the schools to decide if they want to pay for those scholarships, in what sports they will increase scholarships, and how they will pay for them. This is brand new, so stay tuned for more information on how all of this will play out. And just to add to all the fun, there are current legal moves at the Division I level for student athletes to be able to unionize and become paid employees of the university, as all of the impact of name, image, and likeness or NIL policies and implementation are constantly adjusting. On average, less than 10% of high school athletes continue their sport in college, and less than half of those students are awarded athletic funding. Only about 2% of athletes play professionally beyond college. Scholarships are offered year to year and are always held at the coach's discretion. Generally, an athlete's continued participation on a team is not an issue. However, situations like a change in the coaching staff or recruitment of another athlete at your position can alter your scholarship. Even if promised, playing time is based on your abilities and work. You must put in maximum effort to remain relevant to your team. As you move forward through the recruiting process, there are other aspects of college athletics that you need to recognize. Division I, Division II, and junior colleges offer sports scholarships, while Division III and NAIA schools do not. Athletes must meet the admissions requirement of the college they will attend. You must also ensure your high school grades and activities will make you competitive for the academic institutions you want to play for. Athletes can accept academic and other scholarships regardless of whether or not they have athletic funding. Generally, those colleges that do not offer athletic funding will work to help athletes find other sources of money to help pay for their school. Even with the recent expansion of the number of scholarships that can be offered in each sport, it is not unusual for athletes to receive partial athletic funding. The schools then work to help athletes receive academic scholarships to allow each athlete to afford tuition and room and board. Again, this is when your high school academic performances becomes important. While all students can accept funding for their schooling costs and room and board without tax implications, all athletes must understand that additional college funding can be available through scholarships, grant salaries, or NIL funds. As you progress through college, if you decide you are not in the right school, you can enter the transfer portal. Keep in mind, there is no guarantee that you will be recruited off the list, so make sure you understand how the portal is used in your sport. Be sure to work with your parents as they can provide support and insights. At the same time, you need to make sure your parents aren't coloring your recruiting experience past the point that you even recognize what is happening. You also need to make sure you are in contact with the college coaches. Your parents can support you through these meetings, but you must set the pace. Our last caution is that you look at your entire future. All athletes retire at some point, no matter how successful they are. Take advantage of the education being offered. If you're convinced that you will be an athletic money success, take accounting or business classes so that you are sure to be able to direct the funding you earn. If you're in a sport that is particularly challenging physically, take a nutrition or kinesiology course. All athletes should take classes that help them study how to maintain their mental health. Take advantage of the resources available to you as a student. There is no question that you can manage your collegiate athletic career if you learn the rules, pay attention to what is happening around your sport, and read all the information available. Let the athlete beware. If you have further questions, please provide them in a comment below. Please like this video and subscribe.